Tá cuig nóméid agams agus tá ag roinnt an am sin leis an teachta Dennis Naughton fresh. Gur mágad. But while I'm just míle buchas a gháil do Macólaki sa grúpa réigúnach as an bille seo a chur os cór na dála agus while I'm míle buchas a gháil le an Seanadóir an tír Seanadóir Pádraig Ó Céide a chum an bille seo agus an cabharthug cáit na gaolaí dó freisin tá sé is bille anna tábhachtachta gan doubt. And I'd like to thank also Linda Murray, who is a small business owner from my hometown in Navan, who is one of the many business people throughout the country who have been forced over the last 5 or 10 years to become campaigners in their particular sector. These are busy business people. She is a mother. She had no intent or interest in getting involved in any level of campaigning, but she found herself in a simple situation as running a good business, but having its insurance literally spiral from about £2,000 a year to about £16,000 a year in a short period of time. And she had no option but to start to make a case for people like herself around the country. And it's an incredible situation that's happening in Ireland. She would tell me of whole sectors, sectors especially dealing with children, which are in bits. She now is part representative of the soft play area, and thankfully they've managed to find an insurer, but many of those businesses have already gone to the wall. Businesses that have never claimed once in their lives are being refused insurance by an insurance company. Businesses who are operating in the same sector as business in Britain, who are being insured by the same companies in Britain, are being refused insurance or having their insurance jacked up, while the British comparator company has had no experience whatsoever. We know one business in the soft play area that had insurance of about €50,000 increased to €150,000 in a short period of time. So, some insurance companies have said that anything got to do with children in the future will be obsolete in terms of insurance. Irish dancing classes, football, hurling, etc. The leisure industry stuffed. So it's an incredible situation that whole swathes of our society are in danger of closure or not being able to function in the future because of the massive dysfunction that exists within the insurance company in Ireland. And I'll be straight. I think that reform of this dysfunctional sector has been glacial. Absolutely glacial. We have a situation at the moment where the European Commission felt it necessary to investigate the insurance industry in Ireland, and where the Consumer and Competition Authority of Ireland felt it necessary to investigate the insurance industry in Ireland. We have the Central Bank having a report on the insurance industry in Ireland, and all of that time very little happening from a government perspective. And this is a highly profitable sector. A couple of years ago, they were making hundreds of millions of euros fleecing Irish people up and down the country. And yet that dysfunction hasn't been tackled. There's a number of major problems. Obviously, there is the issue of high legal fees. I know of an insurance case that the claim was £6,000, but the legal fees around the case was £26,000. We also know that this incentivises the insurance industry. I was involved in a car crash about 2 years ago. A drunk driver smashed into our people carrier. The 6 of us were in the car. We were shunted back about 10 yards. We received head injuries and bruises and cuts, etc. I spoke to a solicitor. The solicitor says, "Peadar, the 60s in the car, I can get you 10 grand each. No problem. You don't even have to turn up in court." I was raised with the idea that actually claiming for money that you weren't entitled to was bad money, that you shouldn't do it. There was a cost to it. Somebody had to pay somewhere. So we didn't proceed with it. But the fact of the matter is, it is happening right across the country that there are claims. There's also the idea of duty of care, and the idea that people can go into a nightclub, be half cut, slip, fall, and get a massive claim. Or that people can jump on the back of a truck, hitch a ride on it, fall off the truck, and sue the individual who is driving the truck. There's so much wrong. What we're trying to do in the regional group here today is very simply focus on one element of it. Now, some of the TDs stated that this may not have a big effect. Let me tell you, a person will think long and hard before they will actually perjure themselves in a court case in future because of the penalty here. Wouldn't it be interesting, Ceann Corley, if we brought about such a law for the TDs here in this Dáil? Gur maith agat.